Hello everybody! This is a 1980s shoot 'em up called Darius, a game I heard of many times but never actually played. I just found out about an Atari ST port and decided to finally play the game for the first time. Perhaps I should stick to an arcade emulation for the first play. But nah. Darius, in this case, is a side-scrolling shoot 'em up where you control your spacecraft and shoot everything that moves or is about to move. You collect power-ups which give you access to different weapons and upgraded weapons and try to defeat the enemies. For your defense you have energy shields which you may or may not be able to recharge them. I thought I did once but never managed to repeat it. The game is gorgeous. The graphics look like a child of 8 and 16-bit parents. It has beautiful animation and a steady but low frame rate. The low frame rate doesn't really affect gameplay that much, though I'm sure there are people who complained about it back in the day and definitely still would. To each their own. I find low frame rate not necessarily negatively affecting a game. This is one of those cases. Which makes it weird when I mention there is a feeling of a small delay in actions after you do them. I stand by what I said earlier. The sounds are basic and the music is fine. There are 3 options on how to play the audio of this game: sound effects, music, or sound effects and music. I would suggest to play with either only sound effects or only music. The combo is almost a cacophony, with the volume changing in favor of the sound effects whenever there is much going on. I get why it is done, but it still sounds bad, at least to me. After the first level, there is an option on what level to proceed, in a similar kind of way as Outrun. There are several difficulty levels to choose from, which alter the gameplay, though I was only able to play 3 of them, as the rest crashed the version of the game I have. The interesting part is that it appears that with each difficulty level it also changes the boss fight to another boss. At least the 2 difficulty levels I managed to play to the end of the first level to actually fight the boss. Speaking of which, the enemy bosses are huge moving sprites with their own little animations. The frame rate appears to be the same as during the normal levels. They are quite impressive to see on an Atari ST. To defeat them you have to take out each part that makes them, but only in the right order. When you hit the right spot, you see it flashing. Darius on the ST has a quality you don't see very often in shoot 'em ups. It makes you want to keep playing even when you can't pass the first level after several tries. It's like that woman, or man, on the beach, only that this time he or she is actually looking at you. But she or he is looking at you because she or he finds you too disgusting looking to not look at you. But at least there is a desire to sleep with you out of curiosity. So, win? Unclear jokes aside, I find this game very interesting and fun to play. I just wish I had some proper instructions for the ST version to understand how the power-ups work in this version. If you can tolerate the low but steady frame rate, this is a very good game. In my opinion, one of the best side-scrolling shoot 'em ups, even though I have only played it for so long. Happy gaming and happy weekend everybody. Try to be nice to people. I almost forgot. Please consider liking this video, subscribing if you haven't already, and of course donating to support the channel. Bye bye!